This is the November 25th meeting for the Westport Conservation Commission. We'll begin by saluting the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Do we have any discussion?
No, we do not, Mr. Chairman.
We have no septics. We have one hearing for Richard Matus. Anybody here, Richard Matus?
Yep. Put your mics on.
Oh, yeah.
Presentation plan to make it a little bit easier for commission members to look at.
That's
Would
fine.
that be okay with
Yeah, if
the?
you put it,
Yeah,
if you
you know,
put
you
the
put it
logo
over here.
whiteboard on,
Yeah.
you
Under the
have to get
whiteboard?
on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just you said put a little whiteboard on the ground or on the easel is fine?
The easel so we can see it,
Okay.
or on the board itself.
Right on the, on the chalkboard itself.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
My big head will block it.
You show up right off 49.
I just have the greener seats right.
Thank you so much.
For the record, Nate Silva from Farland Corp., representing our client, Richard Matus. Let me keep this real brief. Our client's just looking to get this wetland line approved. He's looking to get an ORAD issued as they intend to sell the lot. This BVW was flagged by Brad Holmes of Environmental Consulting and Restoration back in May of last year. We prepared the plan following the delineation in our field survey. And on this plan here, the BVW is delineated by that pink line you see, and the 100-foot buffer is the blue line that you see on that plan. I'm open to any comments or questions.
All right, we'll let Chris read his report.
Mr. Chairman, members, Richard Matus. This is Main Road, doesn't have an address. This is abbreviated notice of resource area delineation filed by Farland Corp. with ERC, Brad Holmes, that flagged the delineation. Report is dated 11/17/2025. There is a file number for this. It's SE 802819. With no comments for that. Description of the work, the applicant has filed to approve the wetland flags placed in the field on the property. The site's access is located between Cumberland's and Betancourt parcels. It extends towards the west, abutting the Westport Land Conservation Trust parcel further in the woods. The wetland line was delineated by Brad Holmes with wetland flags A1 through A61 and an isolated vegetated wetland flags B1 through B9. The flag line was walked and no changes were made. The line was determined to be accurately representing the BVW on site. The property contains natural heritage and endangered species priority habitat, and any future construction must comply with the natural heritage notification requirements. Resource areas to be impacted, there are none, but there are BVW and isolated vegetated wetland. Recommendations: the Westport Conservation Commission should approve the delineation and issue an order of resource area delineation approving the line as shown on the plan dated May 21st, 2024. That's all.
Any questions?
Yeah, what's the access to that property?
You want to explain the access, Nate, into the
Yes,
property?
the access is on the frontage road, right along Main Road, as Brad had, as Chris had mentioned, it butts the Cumberland Farms. It's currently just a vacant lot.
It's just because in past years, no one's ever been able to access that with enough width to access to do that. I was curious why all of a sudden it's accessible now. It was Dr. Calvin's, he never could do anything with it because he didn't have enough width there for a roadway. So what's the width of a roadway to access
Yeah, off the top of my head, the required frontage for, depending on whatever they intend to do with that lot, that's not what I'm familiar with currently.
I don't know if it's different when it, different uses there is, or, you know, it's not commercial, you don't need a wider access, but, it was never accessible. As you can see, it narrows down towards the, from the road, and it was never wide enough, so I'm just curious why this is just going through now all of a sudden.
Is this coming in like before your, like, before or after?
Right between him.
Right between and,
Cumberland
yeah,
Farms.
right between them.
If you look, it's about, the frontage is only 70 feet.
It's less than that.
I'm just looking at the Google
Yeah.
map, yeah. So here's Cumberland's, here's back. It's
Yeah.
that little green area.
So, I mean, but, so this is only to approve the wetlands flags? This isn't approving any road construction, there's no plan? So any construction plan would,
That would be
a
further
whole, yeah, this is just the wetland flags, and that's it?
I
Yeah.
was curious, I didn't notice.
Yeah.
It's all about.
Yeah, not the
Yeah.
frontage.
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of a logical first step before you did anything about a road. You would want to delineate the wetlands first, so that now you know, even if you were thinking about doing another access,
Sure.
you'd know where you can't go and where you can go.
You can use when you can.
Yeah, this is like a green light, red light kind of thing.
Chris, right in the middle with the purple line, that's all wetlands?
The red is wetlands.
Correct.
So there's really very little usable land.
Yes, and you're in natural heritage jurisdiction, so there is some requirement where there may be a give and take in order to develop the property. I believe what Mr. Betancourt's trying to give the commission attention to is well, actually, it's the same owner. Richard Matus is a doctor within the same practice as Dr. Callan. And when Dr. Callan developed the Westport Medical property, they looked at this as part of an exit for their development, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And they realized that it narrows to 38 feet
Oh, I see where you're at, okay.
instead of being consistent 40, and there was concerns that wouldn't be acceptable for use. Second of all, there are 3 entrances side by side by each. That also makes entering this property difficult for traffic purposes. So that is not relevant here, Mr. Betancourt, but I appreciate you letting us know. I know I spoke to your wife, and she was concerned the same, and they're kind of relaying that to you to verify that there may be some constricting that the planning board, may waive, but just to bring it to your attention.
Yeah.
Other than that, we are here just for a delineate. There is no work proposed this evening.
Okay, appreciate that.
And you'll
I
get
appreciate you bringing it up.
And you'll get the green card notifications for any future.
Yes, you will.
anything,
And that's
so-
why I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Correct.
I wanna see what it's all about.
Yep, thank you.
Planning board is where you're gonna be wanting to list that.
So I'll move to approve the delineation and issue an ORAD as shown on the plan dated 5/21/24.
All right, those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that's unanimous.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, bud.
You guys have a good Thanksgiving.
You as well.
Thank you, Nate. You too.
Yeah, of course. Take it easy.
All right. Continuances none. Certificate of compliance. We have one. Alan Harrington, 1278 Drift Road, certificate of compliance.
Mr. Harrington, 1278 Drift Road is requested a certificate of compliance. Principal Engineering is the engineer of record. Report date is 11/20/2025. The file number was SE 802731. Site visit was on 11/20/25. The applicant has filed to obtain a certificate of compliance with file number SE 802731 for a dock constructed at the residence. The design engineer has provided a written letter stating the project is in compliance with the design plan. The 47-foot pier, gangway, and float have completed in accordance with the plan on file. Recommendations for the Westport Conservation should grant a full certificate of compliance for the release of file number SC 802731 and issue a full certificate of compliance. That is all.
Discussion, if not a motion?
Motion to approve certificate of compliance.
Jake
Second?
and Phil, those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that's unanimous. Any unanticipated, anything else? Oh, I'm sorry, Phil. Pass that down.
Yeah, you gotta pass both of them down. This one too.
Yep. Rusty.
I would ask that you go through the bills, and then we are gonna enter into an executive session. There's a little brief language you have to say before we go in. It's that bottom sheet there.
Yeah.
Just because we have to state that and then do a roll call for going in and a roll call coming out. But right now, there are a few bills in our folder.
Okay, we've got some bills. We've got 4225 for WB Mason.
Motion to approve 4225.
Second?
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. And these just one signature, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh, you can pass. They all can sign it.
Okay, all right. Forestry supplies, $74.93.
Motion approved.
Second?
Okay, Jake and Phil, those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Let's see. So what are we doing about this letter from Jeff McGee?
This letter references a application we just received from the Mass DCR. This is a response letter that I am asking that they comply with. First of all, their application is to start over the removal of sand from the emergency access way within the DCR reservation, from where they left off on the west side all the way through the campground to the entrance at West Beach Road. So this is a significant additional amount of sand to be removed. After discussing this with the CZM representatives that give us advice, they advised the commission that the DCR should be going to MEPA for a request for comments for they exceed a threshold under that review process for coastal dune alteration. I also have concerns for the delineations from Mass GIS. They are not field survey delineations. I do not agree with them calling that roadway a public way and trying to apply under the limited project criteria. And I had one other comment, the last one.
Is that from Tom Bolton?
Yep, the last comment, let me read it. The last one is the 21-day waiver form must be returned to the commission so that we can waive our requirement to hold a hearing within 21 days. So I had asked the commission to make a motion to sign that so that we can get that project reviewed under MEPA and see if it passes muster. And that also allows other state entities to provide written comments as well.
Obviously, the commission has a lot of concerns on this, and it's that we're not in a public hearing, but I think this is the first step before it comes before us to look at really what they kind of ignored in the first time around. So I agree with what Chris is doing to hopefully get some clarity on the front end, and then it can come to us for a hearing.
Yeah, I thought there was enough discussion on this a while ago to kind of throttle back on that clearing, but apparently not. Okay, so we're looking for the commission's
Motion to approve to submit this letter, yes.
submit the letter. Okay,
Motion to approve Chris's letter.
Second?
that's Jake and Phil. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that's unanimous.
You can sign it, Jason, and even though it says Paul, just scribble your name.
Probably have a lot more clout with my name on it anyway.
You do?
No, we did.
That'll wake them up.
Woo, take one of those personal injury commercials.
Wait to state it.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, but we don't have to pass that around.
No.
Okay.
The other two things are just signing for our sick time, just so we can send it back to the accountant
Yeah.
for my hours and Leon's hours remaining.
So I'll be technically the department head, correct?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna leave John get some space to sign as well.
And there should be two of them, I think one for me, one for Leon.
596 unpaid leaves, sick leave for, that's for Leon, right?
Yeah.
And 875 for Chris.
The last thing we have are minutes. I don't know if we can get rid of,
Yeah, minutes, oh boy, let me see, we've got Jake, Phil, no, can't do it. Can't do it. That's WB Mason. Okay, so are we ready for
yes.
executive session? All right, so there's no one else here in the audience, so, Val, we're gonna shut the cameras down for,
We have to
You have to state all that and then we'll shut down.
all right. Okay, so we're going into executive session.
For a matter relative to,
You can read the whole thing.
Well, it didn't really, there's not really it's an explanation of what we're doing, but it doesn't give any specifics about the case.
no, we're not really specifics on the case. We're just stating for the record, we're going into executive session because the matter that we're going to discuss, litigation with town council, may be detrimental to the public being heard at this time.
Okay.
And you're required to make a roll call to go into executive session. You also make the statement that we will return to a public meeting after that session is completed.
So
Yeah.
the open is still.
But there won't be any more, there'll be no more hearings or anything after executive session.
Correct,
So-
we'll be just closing the meeting.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay, all right, so we'll go into executive session, discussing something that will be done behind, without cameras. Then we'll come back into
To adjourn
to
the meeting.
a meeting, and then we'll adjourn the meeting. So we'll take a roll call, so,
You just state your name and say aye.
yep, so Jason Powell, aye.
Jake McCormick, aye.
Phil Weinberg, aye.
Bird Brian, yes.
Okay.
All right.
We done?
We are
Are
in
we-
executive session.
We are in executive session, we're off. Okay.